girly. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really, all they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, D?
It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time.
And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is it, D?
Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky. Tricky, huh?
When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme.
I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far.
A girl named Carol follows Darryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay.
I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
How is that?
Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time it's tricky.
We don't use
Assume
on your own.
they offer,
And lots and lots,
but we just leave it alone.
It's like that, y'all.
Y'all,
But we don't quit.
you keep on
Rock,
shock, cause this is it.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having and she's taking it. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off. Now let me
just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it will be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Sliding out of the pocket. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
It was third and long, so he had to figure that the defense would be coming with extra pressure. Found a way to get away. He couldn't see the imaginary yellow line on the field, but he knew exactly where it was and found his way there for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Darnold steps away to his left. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out rush. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His second year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched. Took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. Second year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. From the 44 now, here's second and 4. Second down at the 44-yard line. Young. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Young. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Darnold now to throw. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Again, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10.
Check right. Come on, set.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
A solid stiff arm. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. This goes to the tight end, Eric Sauber. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Patrick Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And that one complete downfield to Cup. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. Patrick Jones. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Officially, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Come on, set.
Young to throw it. Under pressure, and he won't go down. which would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. After the interception, here's Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Patrick Jones. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 10. We go sack.
Off of play action, Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers about ready to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Young working out of the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Set, ready. 60 ready.
Young now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. Going up top for Cup. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
The Seahawks.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready, go, flat, 95.
Young to throw it. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted McMillan, 73 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 10.
1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Darnold. Rolling to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Jones My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Now Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked out, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Jones in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus pocus with some magic, but the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Ready.
Young will set to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Cut, go. 33, yellow.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and 4.
Ready.
Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. And that pass finds Cup along the sideline. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think it would be safe to say that he didn't expect to be on the ground already a couple of times this early in the game. What he has to do now is show the team that it's not getting to him. Keep his composure, because if he shows it...
Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Ken Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Set.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. What?
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A gain of 14. First down, Panthers.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set, hut, stand, hut, yellow, 22.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 3. And the Panther 1st down.
Off the play fake, Young. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now here's Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Let's go. Ready,
They'll
ready.
bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Here is Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Darnold now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
At the 23-yard line.
Again, Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Darnold from the gun. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks have regained the lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Now Young. This is caught by McMillan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Ready, set.
Throwing, Young. Dances by him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Come on, set.
Young to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Darnold. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's 3rd down and 2. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw, Young. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Panthers.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Young now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
The Panther first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready. Yellow.
Now Young. He'll find McMillan here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Here's ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Carolina.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He was brought down by Kobe Bryant. It's a gain of a yard.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
First down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Ready.
Young to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Young will set to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Right on for the Carolina field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now come the Seahawks.
At their own 28.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Darnold. Going. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Down the sideline he goes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To the air again, Darnold. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And down inside the 15 he goes. Consecutive catches for him, that good for 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Darnold to throw again. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
32.
Looking to throw, Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Young. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Horton. Shrugs him off. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
2nd down and 6 now. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He stiff arms it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Again, it's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba.
Complete to Jackson, Smith and Jigba. A gain of 12 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Darnold now to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Got it. Here we go. Here we go.
Now here's Young. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At their
Young to throw it. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen.
Complete to number 19, Adam Thielen. 2 yards on the play. 1st down,
Young.
Carolina.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Young working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong.
Looking for fielding, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Young now. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Ready. 33. Yep.
Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go now.
Throwing. Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Powers through. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Well, first of all, obviously, what a great play to get in there and block it. But how about their awareness to scoop it, have the nice return, Charles? Talk about a momentum swing. I think we just saw it right there.
I love the description because they didn't just stop at the block, which was a big play in and of itself. The scoop and return to set their offense up for points, this could be a huge swing. Not just 10 points, but the momentum that goes with it as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Patrick Jones in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Darnold. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The Seahawks, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Go, sack.
Now it's Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
backs up to the 27-yard line.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll find McMillan here. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Young will set to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll toss this right side to Hubbard. Now he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Young to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Ready.
To throw, Young. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Matthew Wright for the Panther field goal. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good for him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He completes this to Walker. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off even. And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Okay, break. Ready. 30 seconds.
Looking to throw, Young. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Young. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
Young off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now Darnold. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Darnold now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Darnold to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here is Young. He'll get this to his running back, Darnold. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They run here with Darnold. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now here's Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Ochena Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Then he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Come on, set.
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Down.
On the run, it's Darnold. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Let's go. Ready?
Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's gone for a Panther touchdown. Ted McMillan. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. The Young's going to throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw is Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Darnold. On the move past the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You try to take us lost before the head explodes. Explodes.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. First throw now for the backup lock. Incomplete downfield to Cup. Well, this defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. That's now 10 catches for him in the ball game. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Lock gonna throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Lock to throw. Being chased out left. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Drew Lock taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no,
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. 74 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Clock now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Tershawn Wharton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Third down.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first, this from 41. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Young is set to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Come on, set.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is brought in at the 21. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. The Seahawks offense had Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To throw it is Locke. He completes this to Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Locke. Smith and Jigba making the play along the sideline. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Throwing. Young. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jim Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Blue 32.
Young working out of the gun. To the left side, he's got McMillan. Will go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Here we go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Young. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Ready, go.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Down. Good. Yellow. 43.
Following the interception, Young in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further. They can thank their coverage for that. They called a zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Young to throw it. They're going to blitz as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Lock. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Myers' kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Panthers now. Converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. From the shotgun, it's Young. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Young. Under pressure, they got him again. Ernest Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain.
And Dalton to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Dalton's pass complete to Jatavion Sanders. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Play action now, Dalton. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A running play, it's Darnold. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Walker now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Here's Locke to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba. Given 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's now 3rd down.
Locke going to throw. Flush to his right. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Locke to throw for it on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Andy Dalton. Got a man. That's Ligon. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Dalton. Into the hands of Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
Now Dalton. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Dalton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Locke. Throw left side, complete to Cup. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw here, Dalton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Here's Dalton. Dancing to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.